Hi, beautiful souls. I never decide what it is that I'm going to talk about. It just comes up at the moment. I stand beside Walnut Tree, and today we're talking about the sway test. We're talking about whether you use the sway test, whether you feel it works for you, and what my feeling is, what I've learnt about the sway test. So the sway test is a test that we do when we relax our body. We allow ourselves to feel grounded into Mother Earth, to Gaia, and we may place our arms beside our sides, or we may place our arms in the cross over our chest, and then we might ask a question. We may first of all, of course, just make sure that we are testing correctly. Sometimes if somebody's very dehydrated or they've got a little bit of interest they need to release first, that must happen first. So, always make sure you're well hydrated. Always make sure that you come to any practice with a peaceful mind. And once you've tested and you know that you are basically moving forwards if it's a yes, moving backwards if it's a no, okay, and then you're like asking your questions. Then you ask your questions. And how often do you do this and trust everything that happens? You may even say, I have a clear and direct communication with my higher self, something that I do. But what makes the physical vessel sway? Have you ever considered this? Is this something that you might be interested in? Is it something that is empowering, or is it something that is sketchy? Now, I know a lot of people that swear by it. I mean, I know a lot of chiropractors, not personally, but out there on the internet, that all use the sway test or use muscle testing in general to test whether something's out of alignment. But that makes a lot of sense because they're testing the physical body, and the physical body belongs to Gaia. So when I have been doing sway tests and they haven't come out as I would expect them to, like asking questions that would be really very simple yes, and I know I'm hydrated and I know that my mind is peaceful, I feel to myself, why is it this is not working? And so I ask more questions. And this is what I have found out. And I share this with you because you see, the thing is a lot of practices work when we are growing and developing, and then they cease working at a certain stage. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe we've outgrown it, maybe it's no longer relevant, but there are lots of practices like that that I've come across. That doesn't mean I don't do it every now and again, just to dip my toe in and out. But for me, the sway test is very much part of Gaia. It is a part to do with the physical vessel, the physical body. What does the physical body need? And so when you're asking your higher questions, you won't always test in the way that you would like, because your questioning becomes more expansive as you grow. And many of those questions and many of the ways that you are being goes way beyond this muscle testing technique, because the muscle testing technique is designed for the human physical body, or any physical body. You can also do it with trees, you can do it with plants, you can do it with everything really. So my share and my invitation is that don't rely too wholeheartedly on a sway test to get clear guidance. If you're looking for clear guidance, you must practice going within and consulting your highest self, because your highest self resides at a frequency that's much higher than the frequency of Gaia. Gaia is a fifth dimensional frequency. That's a very high frequency, beautiful frequency. But if you're wishing to really expand and keep expanding unlimited, then this is your time to do so, because the sway test will work for a certain amount of time and then it will cease working with you, because it's no longer part of your journey. Your journey is to be more expansive. Your journey is to fulfill other ways of being. And if you only rely on old tools that have brought you this far, then you are going to find that you're not going to keep expanding at the way that your highest self would love you to. Now, it's not just about the sway tests, that's with all sorts of different techniques and practices that you may have adopted along the way. You may even be making a living out of some of those practices. And hey, there's no judgment with any of this, you know, there really isn't. But I invite you to be courageous in really looking at the way you are and where you may be able to be more expansive in the way that you're living. And you know, if you're not sure, you just ask. Ask these questions of your highest self. Ask the questions of your highest self. Do some sway tests. Feel the difference. And don't look into it with your mind too much. Feel it from your heart. Is this right for me now? What is it that I need to learn from this? So that's my invitation for today. Thank you for watching. My name is Zaza, and if you like this video, please share, subscribe, or comment if you feel called to do so. Thank you. Many blessings to you all.